Part 3 is now in session, so let's continue with the 1986 VHS of Billy Joel, the video album, Volume 1. And this is a very difficult CBS Fox tape to find. And here are the list of songs, which are Piano Man, Off Elena, Tell Her About It, Honesty, Sometimes a Fantasy, The Night Is Still Young, Pressure, Stiletto, also known as My Life, Keeping the Faith, and A Matter of Trust. And this is 48 minutes. I got this back in July of 2015, and I am a fan of Billy Joel's music, so I had to get this. Here's the front, which opens up, which is pretty cool. Here's the sticker label, and there's no print dates. And next up is the 1986 VHS of My Fair Lady with Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison. This also stars Stanley Holloway, Wilfred Hyde White, Gladys Cooper, Jeremy Brett, and Theodore Bickle. The film's from 1964. It's a Warner Brothers film. It's a two-tape set, one of two tape sets I own from CBS Fox. A brilliant, stunning film. My Fair Lady is magnificent, says the New York Daily News. This is rated G and it's 170 minutes. Got this back in 2010. Here's part 1 and part 2, which both have sticker labels, and none of them has a print date. And next up is the 1986 VHS of The Longest Day with the late John Wayne, Henry Fonda, Richard Burton, Sean Connery, and Robert Mitchum. The film is from 1962. It's the second CBS Fox two-tape set I have. The greatest cast ever assembled in the greatest horror film ever made. This is rated G and it's 175 minutes. Here's part 1 and part 2, which have sticker labels once again. And they were printed on April 27th, 1990, so this one has a print date. And the next 4 are Fawlty Towers tapes from 1986. The first one has Communications Problems, The Anniversary, and Basil the Rats. This show stars John Cleese, Connie Booth, and Andrew Sachs. And these are reprints from 1993, so they have the Fox Video logo from 93. This is 94 minutes. Got these at Disc Replay back in May. Here's a sticker label, which they say 1990, and there's no print date. Here's the second tape, which has Gourmet Night, Waldorf Sound, and The Kipper and the Corpse. And I'm a big fan of his show, so I have to get this. Monty Python's John Cleese is in the hotel business. This is 90 minutes. Same sticker label and no print dates. Here's the third tape, which has the Hotel Inspectors, the Germans, and A Touch of Class. John Cleese of Monty Python leaves them rolling in the lobby. And this is 90 minutes. I forgot to read a tagline on the first tape. Here's the sticker label and no print dates. And the first tagline says, "There's always room for hysterics at Fawlty Towers." Here's the last tape, which has the builders, the wedding party, and the psychiatrist. And this one doesn't have the Fox Video logo on there for some reason. Monty Python's John Cleese has your reservation for looniness. And this is 98 minutes. Here's the sticker label. There's no print dates. And the next one I have is the 1987 VHS of Some Like It Hot with the late Marilyn Monroe. It also stars Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, part of the Marilyn Monroe collection. Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon, and Marilyn Monroe heat up the screen in this masterpiece of mayhem. This is 122 minutes. The film's in 1959. Here's the sticker label, and there's no print dates. And next up is the 1987 VHS of Miracle on 34th Street with the late Maureen O'Hara and John Payne. Also stars Edmund Gwenn, Gene Lockhart, Natalie Wood, and Porter Hall, William Frawley, Jerome Cowan, and Philip Tong. And this is the original 1947 version. Capture the spirit of Christmas with this timeless classic. And this is 97 minutes. Here's the sticker label, which says copyright 1985, and there's no print dates, although this is a 1987 release. Next up is the 1988 VHS of Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise, with Robert Carradine in the first film. And this is the 1987 sequel. You can't keep a good nerd down. Rated PG-13, it's 89 minutes. I do have the first film on CED and the 20th Century Fox Selections VHS. Here's the sticker label, and there's no print dates. And next up is the 1988 VHS of The Grapes of Wrath with the late Henry Fonda, and this is part of a Henry Fonda collection. Filmed in 1940. Henry Fonda triumphs in the immortal John Steinbeck classic. This is 129 minutes. Got this back in 2010. It was actually the first key videotape that I got. Here's the sticker label, and there's no print dates. And next up is the 1988 VHS of The Flight of the Phoenix with the late James Stewart, Richard Attenborough, Peter Finch, Hardy Kruger, and the late Ernest Borgnine. And this is part of the James Stewart collection. Filmed in 1966. And the next few are key videotapes. Robert Aldrich directs James Stewart in a tension-packed survival drama. This is 143 minutes. Here's the sticker label, which is from 1990, and there's no print dates. And next up is the 1988 VHS of History of the World Part 1 with Mel Brooks, who also directed this movie. And the film also stars Cloris Leachman, Madeline Kahn, Harvey Korman, and a few others. History of the Way It Never Happened. And this is a 1981 film. This is rated R, and it's 92 minutes. Here's the sticker label, and there's no print dates. And next up is the 1988 VHS of Young Frankenstein with Gene Wilder. It's another Mel Brooks film. The film's from 1974. Mel Brooks clowns around with monsters and mad scientists. This is rated PG and it's 106 minutes. It says Playhouse Video on there for some reason, although this is a key videotape. Here's the sticker label, which is from 1990, and there's no print date, once again. And next up is the 1988 VHS of Lifeboat, directed by the late Alfred Hitchcock, and this is part of the Alfred Hitchcock collection. And this stars Tulare Bankhead. Filmed in 1944. Tulare Bankhead stars in Hitchcock Tour de Force. And this is 96 minutes, and it says 1940 on there for some reason, although the film's from 1944. Here's a sticker label. This came from VideoMax in Three Oaks, Michigan. I got this a few weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago. And the last tape of this part is the 1989 VHS of Die Hard with Bruce Willis, and also stars Alan Rickman. 40 Stories of Sheer Adventure. Filmed in 1988. Thrilling. For sheer rollercoaster thrills, the pick of the crop is Die Hard, says David Answer of Newsweek. Heart-stopping. This action film is different. Willis is a real guy, not a comic book hero. He's terrific. Die Hard's the dynamite, says the late Joel Siegel of Good Morning America. And edge of your seat, you'll have a whale of a time, says Mike McGrady of Newsday. This is rated R and it's 132 minutes. Here's the sticker label, and the print date is March 12th, 1990. That's going to be it for part 3, and stay tuned for part 4.